All right, let's go. Shalom, everybody. Most High in your host, I bless you all.
Shalom, Most High in your host, I bless you too.
All right, happy Sabbath to you all.
Happy Sabbath to you too.
Speaker. Okay. All praises to the Most High Yahushua for allowing us to come, allowing each and every last one of you all to break that bond this morning, that attachment that we have to the pillow and the bed, soft as it was, how we was feeling good. So all praises to the Most High that you all were able to come, and those that are in motion and travel, safe travels till you get here. And Shalom and Most High Yahushua bless to each and every last one of you ladies that are online. Again, share the class, send it out, remind somebody that Sabbath service is starting. Well, women's class is starting. Sabbath service isn't until 3:30 Central Time, but again, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start in Matthew 26. Sometimes I think and I wonder, and hoping that the scriptures are definitely penetrating, feeding someone, helping someone. And although it may feel like simple, sometimes simple is all we need. Sometimes we look for something big to come through. People say it's always the little things, right? So the little things is what we need at times. And so I just hope that the little crumbs or the little bite is fulfilling in our lives, in somebody else's life, that we are able to help not just ourselves, but that we are helping one another. We're able to help someone else. Sometimes we feel like we may feel like I can't help someone else if I can't help myself. However, pouring into someone else will pour into you. And a lot of times we feel like we have to fill our entire cup. But even though we have to work out our own salvation, working out our salvation may look different. It may look like me working out my salvation is to help you, and you help working out your salvation may to help me. But either way it goes, we still have to walk that path and work out our own salvation and be in whatever position at whatever time, at whatever moment that the Most High need us to be in. And sometimes we don't like to be waitresses. A waitress is a server. Sometimes we don't like to be servers. We want to be served. When our time to be served shall come. But until then, we have to be what the Most High want us to be in that position and at that time. And sometimes that don't look good. Sometimes that look last. But Christ said, many that shall be first shall be last, and the last shall be first. For many are called, but few are chosen. Hey, Shalom. And now that you have your opportunity, you at the plate, you up at the mark, it's your turn. It's your turn to bat. What they say? Batters up. It's your turn. What are you gonna do with it? So again, shalom to you all, dog, and all that just jumped on. Let's get Matthew 26. Matthew 26 and 6. Now when Christ, who we call Yahushua, was in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he had set it meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Yahushua understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman had done be told for a memorial of her. So like always, we give commemoration to the Sister Mary who anointed the body of Christ, who when in time of need, she was there to help the Christ in his time. No one knew that she would be at that time, in that moment, to help the Christ. But when she did, she was there. She helped him. She comforted him in his time. And so, like we were saying before, we are here to help each other, in those times of need. We don't know when everybody's time of need is, when it's going to come, the day is going to come, the hours is going to come. But one thing's for certain, we do know that everybody is going to have a time of need. And what are we going to do about that time of need? And the fact that she helped the Christ in his time of need, she was written in a book. And he said, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached, to make mention of this woman who anointed him. So she did something very beautiful. She looked out for him. So looking out for one another is a very important and vital piece. However, help to your capacity. Help when you can. And sometimes we, excuse me, sometimes we feel down, or we get in our feelings and we get in our emotions when we can't help, when we can't bring forth a help to a certain extent. Learn to help according to the Spirit. If words of wisdom is all you have, then that's what the Lord told you to give. If a hug and comfort is all you have, then that's what the Lord told you to give. It's not my place or anybody else's place to tell you that you could have done something different. Because what happens if that was the Lord speaking? Remember, I'm looking for something. Let's see. I was looking for that scripture that was like the Lord's His grace is suffice, is sufficient. The little bit that the Lord has given us, that grace is sufficient. It's enough to get you through.
Did you find it?
I didn't.
Are you talking about Matthew 6?
What it say?
At the end of the precept says
6 and who?
34. So sufficient unto the day. 2 Corinthians 12:9.
Let me
He
see.
said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee.
Yep. 2 Corinthians who?
2 Corinthians 12:9.
Yep, that's it. I skipped that. 2 Corinthians 12. All right, 2 Corinthians chapter 12. Um, 8, we'll start at verse 8, 12 and 8. It says, for this thing I besought the Lord thrice. Because he was going through something, he was being tried, that it might depart from me. And so sometimes we get to that part to where we praying and we fasting and we crying and we begging and we pleading and we asking the Lord to please help us get through it. And we feel like that breakthrough isn't there. Verse 9, it says, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. Meaning that space that we have to repent, that opportunity that we have to change, that opportunity that we have to try again, that opportunity that we get to do better and to better ourselves, it's enough. Sufficient means enough. It's enough to get you through this day. Sufficient means adequate or enough. Enough to meet the needs of a particular purpose. I'll read it again. Sufficient means adequate or enough to meet the needs of a particular person. So the Lord is like, we have enough wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to get us through a particular purpose. We have enough to get us through that test, that trial, that moment of adversity, that moment of trial and error. However, we start sinking in that moment. Not only that, the Lord send you help. We have got to open up our eyes and see that if we're struggling on our own account. We're doing it because we're not taking the sufficient amount of help, understanding, guidance that we were given to help us through the situation. And although that may sound bad, or that may sound like, oh, that's not charitable, but it says it implies having exactly what it is required, not too much. Why not too much? Because then you get arrogant and proud. And not too little. Why not too little? Because then you get discouraged. It's just enough. It's enough to keep you. It's like having on a life jacket and you can't swim. But that's enough to get you put in that water. You're like, I'm going to stay between shallow and right at the tip of deep because I already know. But this life jacket, I'm going to be in between because this life jacket going to save me. I'm comfortable at that moment. But at that moment, you're like, I'm good with this. I'm sufficient in the water right here, enough to enjoy myself. And so that's just an analogy to say the amount that you have is enough for you to keep going. And the more that you want, the more that you feel like you need, then guess what? Keep going and studying. Keep studying, keep praying, keep applying. Because although we apply and although we study, if we don't apply, where you think you're going with it? Nowhere at all. So now you want to take that life jacket along with all that practice in the middle, then you begin to go further out. The more comfortable you get, the further out you get. And that is just to say, the more that we read, the more that we study, the more that we apply, the more that we take that moment to say, okay, you know what, let me keep moving. Let me keep going. And so that is for each and every last one of us. Keep going, ladies. We got this. Things get hard, things get tough. Question for everybody to think about. What is your foundation built off of? Goes back to your foundation. What is your foundation built off of? So now we're gonna pick up where we left off. And we left off at Sirach 37. Okay. I say 37. All right. Sirach 37 and 14. It says, for a man's mind is sometime want to tell him more than 7 watchmen. I'll read that again. For a man's mind is sometime want to tell him more than 7 watchmen. What does that mean? What does that mean? Our mind has the ability to tell us several things. A watchman a watchman is a person that is like, security guard. We on security. And you watching. What's your purpose of watching?
To foresee danger,
To foresee danger, to foresee anything that's coming about, commotion, mishaps, having the ability to, when you foresee it, you able to do something. You able to act in a amount of time that it's gonna help. It's gonna be helpful. It's not too late. It's to see it before something happens, to know it before it happens. The Most High gives that ability to people to say, this don't look good. That's why he tell us to be sober. Look at that. Well, hold this and let's get. Titus. We'll do Titus. We'll do Titus and then we'll get 1 Peter. Let's get Titus 2. my pages want to stick together at this moment right now. Titus 2 and verse. Let's start at 1. Titus 2 and 1. It says, but speak thou the things which become sound, strong doctrine, strong instruction. Something strong enough where people can revert back to. See, here's the thing. When we speak what thus says the Lord, our expectations is that people are going to get it, grasp it, and they're gonna start walking in it like you, right? Because you get it, right? You grasp it. You're like, okay, I'm gonna give it to you, understand it, and then you walk in it. So then you get somebody that is in that situation and you give it with the expectations of they got it, they grasp it, they understand it, and the next time they're gonna walk in it. Well, sometimes we just have to give it and take away your expectations. Give it because that's what they need. Because in your expectations, you're going to be disappointed if they don't do it. And it's not for you to be, it's not for us to be disappointed because they didn't get it. Feed the flock. Put it out there. You ain't never gave has everybody had an animal? Okay. Have you ever had a picky animal? Okay. I have a bougie animal. I don't even know what bougie means, but this animal act like she got choices. If we don't fix the food a certain way, she look at it. She literally will knock the bowl with her nose. If it wasn't the right way, she literally would knock the food all over the cage because it wasn't the way she wanted it.
Female animals do that. Female.
So they guess what? She was so smart to where we would get down there and see all the food knocked up. She would knock the food around in her cage and then take something, like she would have a blanket thing in her cage. And she would take the blanket and cover the bowl. Like she was done. And then we come down and you got food all up. And the first thing we were like, now you getting ready to clean this up. Now why would you do this? And she just looked at you like, but she'll clean it up. Now let it be something if it got all the bells and whistles. I promise this dog is Italian. Because she won't eat her dog food unless we put Italian seasoning in it. I don't get that either. Let her not smell it, she ain't eating it. So she pick and choose what she wants. So guess what? Either you eat it or you don't. And we're going to put it down there. You get hungry enough, you'll be all right. So now the sufficient amount of food that we get, the Lord like, hey, here you go. And see, sometimes we get like that dog. It ain't enough for us, and that's not what we want. So we start knocking it around and picking and choosing, cherry picking, and then the rest. Like, you got food that you feed kids that they excited to eat. They invite everybody in the neighborhood because their mom finna eat that, she finna cook that, yeah. And then you got some food, they be like, they hungry, but you cook. That be the meal that go in the refrigerator with what they say, hella leftovers. Because what? They didn't want that. Then later on that day, they like, well, whoa, I'm hungry. You better go eat the food that I cooked. And then they got attitude because that's not what they want. That's how we are. When it comes to wanting the Most High to do something for us, He like, I already gave you enough. I gave you what you needed. What is it? That ain't what we wanted. We wanted the Lord to show up and show out so that we can continue to hold our head up high with our chest stuck out. Because you're like, the Lord did it again. But He already did. He did it the last time. He gave you the same instructions again. Now we got to walk in it. And sometimes that's not what we want. But that's not how we supposed to behave either. So, but speak thou things that become sound. And so we supposed to speak to one another the things that is supposed to help each other stay sound. Sound means what?
Strong.
Strong. Give me another one.
Solid.
There you go. Strong and solid. We supposed to teach each other how to be strong and solid. No, it may not be those words that's gonna have you jumping for joy and crying tears and all of that this time. It could be just a simple reminder that remember where you came from, remember where you were. Pull yourself together. Do this. We just went through this last week. You forgot? Do it. Why? That the aged, this says men, but sometimes let's not read that and just say men are supposed to be sober and grave and temperate, but us as well. That the aged men be sober, meaning alert, grave, grave means serious, temperate, having self-control, solid in faith, meaning it's not unmovable, strong and sound in charity. How can you be sound in charity? What is charity?
It's giving something, almost like.
Speak up for me.
It's like giving something freely.
Giving something freely, okay. Anybody else? What is charity?
According to the scriptures, kind, long suffering.
Right?
It's your behavior.
Who said what?
It's your behavior.
Okay, what about your behavior?
How you treat others.
Okay, behavior on how you treat others. Anybody else? So now let's put all that together. And let's say charity are attributes that's supposed to show up and be within you no matter what. No matter what the circumstance and situation is. Let me ask everybody a question. Everybody know their name, right? If it rain outside, does your name change? Not at all. If you go around somebody and they give you a pet name, Boo, Bae, Bookie, Sis, Sus, Ma'am, Miss Ma'am, do your name change? Name don't change, do it? When you're dead and gone, is your name gonna change? You're still gonna be known by what? Bay, Bookie, Miss Ma'am, Sis, Sus, Love Bug, it don't matter. But the name you was brought into this world is still gonna be there. The name that you carry within yourself is not it's not gonna change. So I'm saying all that to say charity is an attribute that should not diminish no matter the circumstance that you get put in. No matter where you go on this green earth, you can move to Hotlanta. You still supposed to apply charity. See, the thing about charity tests the gangster of the old man. Why? Because it makes you conform to a different place. The old person be like, that ain't me. But the new person, the new spirit, the renown, the new grace filled individual has now have to put on those attributes, and those attributes must stand. Absolutely, Dan. So, sound in faith, sound in charity. Your faith is your belief. Ladies, be careful because Satan can definitely try your faith. And that's a slippery slope as well. It can be tried through wow. Your faith can be tried through the attributes of charity. Why did I say that? Because the way you treat me is going to determine if I'm going to apply charity. And that right there, it's not good. We definitely should be standing strong in our faith and no matter what, apply charity. So it says sound in faith, in charity, and also in patience. We gotta have patience. We be losing patience. I know it. That water, that fire, oh man, you got 10 seconds. Why I say 10 seconds? I just looked the child in the face and thought about children. Boy, we parents, we ain't right. We do that countdown. You got 5 minutes. I start at 3. How about that? You got 5 seconds to pull it together. They be expecting you to be like 3. I know my children used to expect me to start at 1. You're like, you got 5 seconds, and I'm counting 1, 2. No, you got 5 seconds. 3. They be like, what? You gonna skip? Yeah, come on, pull it. 4 and 5. What? Then they're like shuffling, like goodness, you didn't even get no breath, no pause, no nothing. No, get it, pull it together right now. Right now. I was took my girls to the grocery store yesterday. We had to go get Sabbath food. And they was in the car talking about me like I ain't there. It's like, what? All of that is inaccurate. They like, no. They like, man, our children get to say what we couldn't say. Like, what are you saying? Like, both of their children will tell you just anything will fall out their mouth. They don't care. They be like, whatever. We gonna be here 50 years, Bubba. Like, what? 50 years? Okay. Do you even know what 50 years is? And they just laughed and was like, if we'd have said that, we'd have got in trouble and we'd have got corrected and we would have got this and we would have got that. And you just got soft. And I'm just sitting in the driver's seat just laughing because I'm like, that's y'all responsibility. You gotta fix that, not me. Like I fixed my responsibility. And they like, I don't get it. You just let them say anything. I'm like, no, you let them say anything.
There you go.
Like that is your okay. Bear sitting in the car, his mama said something. He said, I did a bow face and walked down the aisle because I want to know what you finna do. Nothing. Like he get around there like, what? And they like, that's because you don't let us do anything. I'm like, no. I'm like, okay. But sound in patience. Sometimes our patience get tested. And what are you gonna do when your patience get tested? Let me hear some educated answers. What should we do when our patience get tested?
Remain calm.
There you go. Remain calm. Educated. Come on, give me some more.
Think before you speak.
Think before you speak. Good. Okay. Anybody else? One more. Let's take it. Patience get tested. Educated answer. What we saying?
Nothing.
No, you ain't saying nothing. Educated. Now give me some real life answers, cause that ain't what we be doing.
I don't say anything. I just stand there and smile.
Okay. She's filtering in her brain because she's trying to figure out she doing that countdown mentally.
Let me chuckle.
All
My man.
right. Ina said she pause and pray. Anybody else? That real life.
Walk away and come back.
Walk away and come back. Okay. Now what that walk away look like?
So the person just give me a second.
Okay, give you a second. Come on, Dana. Real life. When that patience get tested, that walking away don't be the same. Oh, I don't think it's a silent walk away. That walk away is coupled with a huff and the pressure of a stump and the gritting of the teeth. Because now at this point, you're like, oh man. I just said, help me, Lord. I know that's right.
These.
Tanae says she take about 3 deep breaths or huff and puff when she annoyed. See, help me, Lord. That's something I'll say. On my first initial thing, be like, now, Lord, you know. Yeah. These your people. Please help me. Help. Please send the cavalry. That's what I'm saying, Dana. Dana said she can't speak. She be the first person to be like, I'm up out of here. Like, let me get up out of here before you put me out of character. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's that pressure, that patience. And so those are real life answers. And that's what I look for. Because this is not a class to find fault. This is a class to help you see your own fault. I'm not here to find fault in you. I'm here to help you see your own fault. And if you're able to see your own fault, when we get finished bringing out the scriptures, you should be able to say, self-correct yourself and be like, okay, you know what? Now you can see the dynamic of why someone is correcting you and why someone is in your face saying something, because you are now displaying a loss of the game. So we got to stop losing the game and collect ourselves in that moment and now remember the educated answers to those situations so that we can walk in it, even though we're being pressured. But we got to speak the sound things. We got to go through those sound things, because not only is it just for the men to be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience, but in verse 3 it says the aged women likewise. You got to do the same thing. Sorry, but we got to, now this going to add some more weight to our walk and path. You know how women, we think we just do 10 times more than the men. Yeah. So we just added some more. So now we like 15. We 15 to they 10, right? All right. That they be in behavior in the midst of that as becoming holiness. Even when you being, you know, it's getting tested. So that looks different, because we all go through that fire of, you know what? This is not going well. Help me, Father. Let me take these breaths real quick. Quit running out the room. Quit walking away. Quit, let me get out of here, and start applying self control. You cannot control the next person, but you definitely can collect yourself, correct yourself, and control yourself. The 3 C's. Collect yourself, correct yourself, and control yourself. Nobody else can do that for you but you. And so if you are depending on another individual to collect those C's for you, it's like playing a video game. If I if my person collected, guess what? That's, I got it, not you. That they be in behavior as becoming holiness. What is holiness? Women that is have perfected, is being learned, and they understand their assignment. Righteous. What's in the root word of righteous? Right. If you a person that want to be right, be right. Be right in every aspect. Be right in all those components. Be right in it. You can't be right yesterday and today you did something wrong and you still like you're right. No, you're wrong. Not false accusing. False accusing. The precept says make bait. What is a make bait? You children, listen up. What is a make bait? An argumentative person. Arguing. Got a point to prove. You got a point. You know, you trying to prove a point. You trying to make sure that everybody see your point. You trying to make sure that everybody know that you right, instead of taking the low. Sometimes you are going to be right, and sometimes you are going to be wrong. Sometimes you're gonna have to take that low. So yeah, somebody put in and said rage baiter. What's a rage baiter? A rage baiter is a person that tempts you. Oh, yep. Always having to get the last word or they point across. We're not to be like that. That is something that can definitely happen. A person I'm saying a person, but the spirit of Satan has the ability to test you and pull you out of character every time. And if you're not strong enough to see it, if you are not sober, because that's what up at 2 said, to be sober. If you're not sober enough to see that you are being tested to be pulled out of the spirit, how you feel like you walking in the spirit? You got to be sober. You got to be watchful. You got to know. You got to learn. You have to be able to pinpoint it and see it. And when you're able to do that, you should be able to say, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dodge this bullet. I'm not getting ready to play around. So for Dana, instead of getting out of there quickly, find it first and find yourself. It can be done. It's not easy to do it. Sometimes that's where I be. I'm like, you know what? I see this coming a mile away. This cool. Why am I saying this cool? Because I'm like, I know what to do. I'm gonna get out of Dodge, but before I get out of Dodge, let me speak things that are sound. Let me quote a scripture too and let you know what you're doing. And then I'm gonna pull myself. Sometimes it's easier said than done. And that's just being honest with everything. This walk is it's not always easy. It's not always easy. But can it be done? Yes. Yes. How can it get done? Do it. See it. Prepare yourself. Be watchful. Be sober. Be sound in your faith. Be sound in charity. Be patient. Be sound and patient. Making sure you are being holy, being righteous, reacting righteous, not false accusing, not adding a spark, not giving too much wine. Now it says not giving too much wine, but there's nothing wrong with drinking. But this is all you do. Teachers of good things. What is the teachers of good things? Educated answer for 5,000. What's the educated answer? Teachers of good things. What is that?
The laws are good.
Say it again.
The laws are good.
Okay. Teachers of good things. What is that?
Like things that are helpful.
Things that are helpful. Okay, she said the answer. Just add to it.
Scriptures. I was gonna say like things like to do, like stuff you like stuff you should do.
Okay. Things that you should do. Teachers of good things. We have the ability to teach the law because the law is good. And that's right. But also we supposed to be teaching how to be the things ahead, the things back up, go back up in the verse, teaching each other these things, how to communicate, how to talk. Teachers of things that is good to do. Teachers of the law. No matter how you word the law, it shall equal up to the law. You may not always quote First Corinthians, book, chapter, verse. However, that may come to your mind. 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. Now you are just paraphrasing or putting it out there because you can't find the words verbatim. It's going in your mind. You know what it says, but now you teaching and you're like, well, this is what the scriptures say. Being able to verbalize what's good. And just because you can't quote it verbatim, your thought went there, thought process. Now you taught it, and now you emphasizing on it because you're like, this is the way things are supposed to be. This is how we supposed to be, making those things real life. Do you know the things that I teach is scriptural? I just make them real life. Why? Because for my own sanity, because I am a person that visualize things. And so I've made it a habit to take each scripture and place it in something that happens in real life. Boom, boom. So now when things happen, I visualize and be like, you know what? This is what the scripture says. The scriptures became life. That's what it means when they talked about Christ and that the word was made flesh. Because the things that Christ did, the way that he walked was the words that the Lord had wanted Israel to know. And he was like, follow me, follow my example, do what I say. This is how you achieve all the accomplishments that we look for. We have to make the word flesh. You have to put it into your walk and know that the choices that you make are scriptural. Every choice that you made, can you pull it out of the Bible? If you can't pull the choices and decisions that you make, if you can't pull them out of the Bible, you might want to go back to the drawing board because you can be walking in a situation that's going to cost you your life. And it may not be a good judgment after that. So now give them teachers of good things that they may teach the young women. So when we have new sisters come about, children growing from babies to adolescents, yeah, they sweet when they little. Why? Because they do what you tell them to do. They mock you and mimic you. Then when they get old enough to their minds start developing and their mouths get reckless, and now we're ready to throw them in the trash can. No. Teach them because they mimic a part of you. They watch everything that we do. And then when we be like, well, guess what? Why are they watching the bad things and not the good things? Like, what do you mean? But it comes a point in time that they're done watching parents. Who do they begin to watch?
Their friends.
Friends.
If they're younger, they're.
Say it again.
I said whoever their influence is.
Okay, whoever their influence is. What you gonna say?
Younger girls looking at the older girls.
Younger girls looking at the older girls. Okay. Them best TTs and them favorite cousins. Come on now. Grandma, Gigi, Nene. Yep. Social media.
The number one.
Social media. Social media is so reckless. It's got so much hidden nonsense in it. It makes me mad. Why? Now it's viral this and viral that. TikTok terrible too. TikTok can be funny and hilarious, but it definitely sent trends. Definitely. So now, the more freedom that we give our children, the more work we have to do. People in movies, ooh. People in movies, And you know what happens? The people in the Bible, they don't want to be like, or we don't want to be like, because it doesn't seem fun and appealing. When all we have to do, I think I end up talking to my daughters about the scriptures, and I said, "You want to go to birthday parties, right?" Like, yeah. Said the school is a big birthday party. That's what the feast days is. What's the difference with going to your cousin's house and they having a dinner and we at the school having a dinner? Everything is lawful. Everything is controlled. Everything is, you can't wild out. And that's what the thrill be. Wilding out. Don't want to be controlled. Quit being so loud. Quit being acting like your parents ain't taught you to go sit down somewhere. You get with people and you forget that your parents told you that this is not what they want you to do. And you do what you want. Well, there's going to come a point in time to where your parents are not going to be able to block your judgment. You're going to get it. And so, parents, we stress ourselves out because we know we've been through it. We don't want them to go through the hurt and the pain that you carry in the back of your mind. You're like, you don't want that. You don't want that. Lord, no, you not want that. But guess what? I am sorry to be the bearer of bad news. If it's meant, it's going to happen anyway. And so when you say when it's meant, people be like, well, if it's meant for this and meant for that, we forget that the Lord is the judger. Some judgments is meant. We can't always blame everything on Satan. Sorry. That judgment come from the Lord. Absolutely. You was judged. And if you think about it, you was judged because you didn't follow the protocol. So let that be something that we teach. And so now we have to teach them that, guess what? For every choice that you choose, you got a judgment behind it. And we don't want to see them. We want children. Your parents want to see a best version. I didn't say a better version. They want to see the best version of you that they know that they can help you achieve if you stop being hard-headed, if you stop being stubborn, if you stop closing your ears without putting your fingers in there and in your mind closing and be like, oh, whatever, la 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 la, that's all she do, that's all she say, she getting on my nerve. Okay, ma, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah. All the while, children, parents are working on themselves too. They're trying to change. That's right. Jazz said the Lord doesn't have to bring down consequences if we simply stay within the guidelines of God. That's right. That's absolutely right. I used to tell my children all the time, if you did what I asked you to do, I wouldn't even be talking to you. I wouldn't even be saying nothing to you. Remember yesterday, did I say something to you? No, we was laughing and talking with me. Yeah, I said, why am I talking to you today? Because you just do too much. No, because you didn't clean my bathroom. So now I'm talking to you. Do the stuff that you're supposed to do and nobody have to say anything to you.
That's right.
Behave yourself accordingly as they teaching you, then nobody has to say anything to you. That's all. That's period, point blank. You know that get right that you get when you want to go somewhere and do something? Keep that on every day.
All the time.
If you keep that get right every day, you good. You good. They ain't got nothing to say. You know what they will say? Thank you, baby. Look at my baby. Check my baby. You be famous on Facebook. My baby. But no. When that thrill of wanting to do something wore off, now you back to the Grinch. Like, who brought this child back? Take them back. Take this back, cause I don't know what happened. And I'm here to tell you, ladies, sure, because they grown, it don't get better. The only thing is, you ain't got to worry, stress about the judgment. All you gotta do is what Celie say? She just sit back and see what color the wall's gonna be today. Because the Lord he coming through. Let me tell you something. The Lord is coming through on you young adults. He taxing. It's so disheartening. It doesn't make sense. Why? Because y'all won't let nobody teach you. But for all you adults in this room, the Lord said, but speak it anyway. Teach it anyway, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. Now, this is our motivation, but at the same time, the word of the Lord still get blasphemed. Why? Satan comes in and finds fault. Satan comes through and finds fault. Look in the media. It's scary. And just because you are sitting here, you are in your lessons and you are learning, when you walk out that door, this book don't change. People change. And some of us are hard headed. And it's okay. Hold on, I got a question. Nobody learns anything by always getting it right, and everybody's going to mess up. So when it happens, as you, why do adults? Oh, I think I just answered your question. She wants to know that you don't learn by getting it right. You learn by going through things. And so why do the adults and parents feel like it's the end of the world and that their life is ended because they broke the law or they did something wrong in a moment instead of using it as a teaching moment? And they get it. And so she's saying getting mad doesn't benefit. Well, I think I answered that question. And I said, parents, why do you get mad? I'm talking to parents first. Why do you get mad? I want the realistic answer. Not educated. Realistic.
I guess for me in my head, my kids got me messed up because I know I taught them much better than how they're performing in that moment.
Okay, because she taught them. Okay, anybody else?
You get angry because your patience gets short.
Patience gets short. Okay.
Yes, it's frustrating when you know that you taught someone repeatedly over and they still do the same thing.
Okay, because it's frustrating because you said it 15 times and you know you did. You probably can count every moment that you said the same thing. Okay, anybody else? That's right. It's a repeat offense and it's over and over. It's the same behavior. The fear of them making the same mistake. Okay. Anybody else? Let me see. It gets overwhelming. Right. So let me add to it because we know the consequence. The thing that you do, we know the consequence. How do we know the consequence? You're not the judge. Well, there's parts of an adult's life that you don't know. They ain't spoke on everything. They ain't confessed everything. All they is saying is, please listen to me. Well, why I got to listen to you? You ain't never did it. Oh, see, when you have to pull that card now, your parents be like, now, wait a minute. I was your age before. And so they be spurring you the big old eyes looking at your parents sideways because now they got to tell you the jungle that they've been through. So guess what, ladies? I cleared my conscience around here. I didn't have my fair share of conscience cleared. You know, I let my children have it. Because when I was their age and I did this on this day, this happened to me. And guess what? You living in a day and age. I'm going to go back to, because my kids think I rode with the dinosaurs. It's okay. Because guess what? This road that you going down, terrible. These children don't have no type of respect for nobody or nothing. They don't care. They do whatever when they want to. So they try to spare you from going down that path of regret. And so at the same time, ladies, yes, we try to teach our children not to go down that same path. The only thing we can do is teach them about it and pray about it because it's sad to say they're going to do it anyway. And when they do it, they got a word of judgment. But see, hold this and get Sirach, Ecclesiastes. Let's see. 30. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha Sirach chapter 30. Okay, that's another part. I got you. Right. So let me finish this last question because this is what parents see. Because we read the Bible and we put it to words, we put it to actions, right? And this is what parents see. So you children, when you all are bored and all your friends gotta call you back, you just ain't got nobody to talk to right now. Go ahead and read Ecclesiasticus 30. 30 and verse I'm gonna pick a few. This is what parents see. We'll start at verse 1, 30 and 1. It says, He that loved his son, causing him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. And so, as parents, we love you guys dearly. You are an extension of them, you are a part of them. So, you single ladies, you still someone's daughter. You young adults, pay attention, because some of you may not have parents, and it's true, but this goes for a parent. And these are the mind state that your parents be in. So we love our children dearly. And so in our mind, we like, okay, let me correct you, because we like, okay, the Lord said at the end, y'all gonna make us happy. But you get your butt tore up. You get your gadgets taken. You get stuff taken away from you. You get told no, not to discourage you, not to hurt your feelings, but to correct you instead of putting hands on you. Because we don't want to put hands on you. We don't want to beat you black and blue. We just want you to what? Listen and do what I ask you to do, because we're seeking joy at the end, first and foremost. However, now we going through. Now for parents, they're like, okay, be patient with them. Don't discourage them. We're trying to teach you. We're trying to be soft to you. But y'all put us in a bind with your mouths and the things that you do. The sneaking and all of that. So now, jump down to verse 8. Now the Lord is like, listen up. While you loving on them, do it a certain way. Because in verse 8 says, a horse not broken become headstrong. We're trying to keep you from being headstrong, thinking you know everything, because if we don't do something about it, the Lord got your number. The Lord got you. It's only a matter of time. You know, this world society, let me say this. I hope I don't get the internet start acting crazy, but I'm going to say this. Society is setting you children up and you young adults up for failure. Yes. Yes. Why and how? How? Because you won't listen to your parents, for one. You won't let them give you the keys to success because you don't like the way they do it. Second of all, society put your parents' hands behind their backs and bind them and sear your mind to think that when you turn 18 years old, you grown. Do you know at 18 years old, you still can't make decisions? Still can't. You still need parental guidance. And you got some parents out here that'll tell you to get it out the mud. Grown. You're grown. Get it out the mud. Get it. And then at that moment, when you get your butt in the bind, you know the first name you're going to call? My mama. There you go. Somebody said it. My mama. My mama. For all y'all that don't know, I got a 30-year-old child still call me mom. Yes, son. You don't even know. And this, that, and the other. Be like this. Well, son, I think you should do this and do that. So parenting does not quit. But society sets you up for failure because you think the neighbor Mr. Parker grass looks better and greener. And when you get there, you don't know that Mr. Parker trifling. He ain't getting it like you think. I had a child tell me, they ain't even got food in their house. I said, you thought everybody got food in their house? Yeah, we got 3 refrigerators. What do you mean? Everybody don't have what you have. Didn't you know that? Didn't I tell you that? But I just thought you was just saying, no man. Everybody don't eat every day. Why? Wow, they walking around with the latest iPhone 17 or those expensive stupid shoes that look like somebody didn't nothing. When I tell you I be watching these young adults, I be like, and they'll tell you they ain't had a family. They got a mother. And I stopped getting on these parents because these children is terrible. They disrespectful. Nobody's gonna keep accepting your mouthiness. Like, why? So the harshness that you get from your parents is for them, they telling you to back down. But parents, quit being so harsh. Bring it on down. Control yourself. Collect yourself. Calm yourself. And correct yourself. So now, and a child left to himself will be willful. That's why your parents is all up in your mix. Because they're trying to keep you from being willful. They're trying to keep you from creating a problem within yourself before you have a problem. They see it. They ain't just trying to be mean because they don't like you. It says they love he that loveth the child, the son, the daughter. These parents love you children dearly. They have a responsibility. And they're trying to keep it. And so even though you guys want that playful mama side that go from we was just cool, then a second later they about to snatch you up by the collar. Why? Verse 9, cock of that child, he shall make thee afraid. You got parents nowadays like, I'm not afraid of you. I will bust you down. But they got restraints because they know. Again, society is setting you up for failure. Why? Because these kids be like, I'm calling CPS. Not before I do. So what are you saying? Guess what? They're going to take you away, not me. I'm going to still be good. I'm going to work tomorrow and I'm going to be in my car tomorrow while you is locked up with some people that you don't know and you ain't going to know if you're going to eat. So I'm calling first. So it don't matter. Tag you with. And it's the mind state of these parents. They like, come get them today. If you can. You know, them CPS people come around, they be like, well, we don't see any marks or bruises. And the kids be like, you're not taking me? They like, well, man, you gotta listen to your parents. They like, oh, no. I didn't sit here and talked all this nonsense. Yeah. CPS ain't set up like that. They not just gonna take you because you're being rebellious. They're gonna talk to you and tell you to listen to your parents. CPS is for real life threat and danger. You children are not in threat and danger. Most of these children are not in threat. They just disrespectful and hard-headed. They don't want no one talking to them. So again, society setting you up. Family members setting you up. Just call the police. Police they gonna laugh. They gonna be like, oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. You had a question?
I do.
with me being a young adult and also like being able to talk to the younger kids, because a lot of them do talk to me, I think it's more of like they're so used to their parents telling them what they're doing wrong and constantly correcting them.
I get it.
And it's less of them not showing like, oh, you did this right or you're doing good with this.
I get that.
That's what Daniel was talking about with the this and that.
Right.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. But it's got to come in increments because I got to explain the why that they getting it. Okay. So now, play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. We like our children to be joyful. We like our children to do this, that, and the third. We proud of you all. Verse 11, it says, give him no liberty in his youth. That's why your parents are always got that chain wrapped around so tight. Why? It's something that you're not doing. And what are you not doing? You're not showing stability, and you're not showing consistency. Off and on, hot, cold, hot, cold. These parents, soon as they like, okay, let go, and they like, okay, they been doing good. You know them parts where they be like, you know what, yeah, you can go. They make those plans for you. For those you speaking for the young adults, okay, these young children, got it, cool. Parents plan good times for these children. They let them, hey, go ahead and do this. But the moment they cut loose, they ain't been there an hour before some buffoonery kicked off. And the parents be like, I be black and green. We just talked about this. I just had a pep talk with you. Have fun. Don't forget. Remember what I said. Remember what I told you. Don't come back. Hey, listen, it's going to be all bad. Oh, no. I got it. Satan creep right on in and blind you, blindfolded, and you don't think. And now you want the parents, but I did good and I cleaned my room. We ain't even talking about that. Remember, the scriptures tell us that in the day that you sin, all your good things ain't remembered no more. It's like starting over. You erased all the good times, and now the parents got to start all over from the beginning. They're like, oh my God. So of course the goodness and the praise and the, hey, you did a good job. Give me some, hug my baby. That goes to disappointment. Because now it ain't even about you. Now they on their own head. Like, what in the heck did I miss? What did I do? What didn't I do? I know I said, I know we talked, I know I talked. And you go and do the same thing that we just had a conversation about yesterday? How could you forget? Now, that's from an adult aspect. Let's switch that around. Okay? Your parent. Right? You asked your mama for something. And she done told you all week that she was gonna do it, right? Like, yeah. Oh, you happy. You done told everybody, my mama this, my mama that, she gonna do this for me, she gonna take me here, she gonna da. We gonna have a good time. The moment that your mama look like she ain't going, you see that a disappointment. The moment that she like, we gotta reschedule, you see that, you feel that disappointment. You be like, but she said she was gonna take me. That heartfelt disappointment, you pissed at your mom at that moment because y'all had a conversation, right? You're like, this messed up. She lied to you. Do you know you in your mind, you don't let your mama live that down. But your mama be scrambling trying to fix that situation.
Amen.
Because you don't understand the circumstances as a child on the reason why she couldn't do it. But that same heartfelt disappointment, that's what your parents feel when we tell you to do stuff and you don't do it. So now, how we doing this? You forgiving me? Because the moment you forgive me, you gonna naturally forgive. I'm gonna forgive you. But how you gonna hold me to the punch, but you don't want me to hold you to the punch? So I'm saying me to you, but I'm just saying as a parent, I'm speaking for the parents. I'm speaking for parents because I know that's why the fault get drilled and drilled and drilled because of the letdown and the disappointment. And they like, listen, I don't need to tell you about, but okay, now parents, we're sitting here and we thinking and we talking. That's work we have to do because they look for the pat on the back. That's my girl, cool. You guys give it, but maybe it's not enough. Step up your game on giving and love. Okay, girl, I see you. Stop putting it on social media because they ain't got social media. You got to put that up on the poster board and put it in the house. My baby. But that ain't gonna stop them from doing it. They gonna do it again. I'm just letting you know. Give them no liberty in their youth. That's why y'all can't do stuff. The liberty, the freedom. Because you're gonna make a fall. Because parents already know, no, you ain't got it. You ain't got it all the way. You ain't already there. And wink not at their follies. And that's what children want you to do. They want you to wink at the buffoonery that they be on. We cannot, according to this, we can't wink at the foolishness. And that's why we be on y'all top. Because these are instructions for parents. The same way we have instructions for children, we have instructions. That's why I said, you children, read this. This is instructions that we have to do. The Lord is telling us to be, not to give y'all liberty, to be on y'all bumper for everything. These are words that's written. Bow down his neck while he is young. That's why y'all always got stuff to do. I can't never get a break. I'm supposed to be on summer break. Summer break. Summer break mean I'm supposed to watch TV all day. And I ain't got to clean up. But guess what? We don't get no summer break. Our refrigerator go from $100 to get us through the week to, man, $500 a week on food because you eating up everything because you bored. Hold on now. Wait a minute. And on top of that, you want cousins and them to come over. Now I got to feed them too? Let me go and look at my bank account. Because right now, my bank account saying, girl, please, get them kids some ramen noodles. Y'all eating them for 2 weeks. Ramen noodles, you ate. When we going to get to do some fun? The last time I checked, Six Flags was $100+ dang near $200 per person. We ain't going to Six Flags for you to get on 2 rides. 2? No. Y'all think it's funny, but I'm speaking out of experience. Shamaria graduated from high school. Her gift that I gave her for graduating the program in high school, accomplishments, we listened to y'all, took that button, that ticket was mine, went all the way to Six Flags. We went there, got on one ride, and I said, don't get on that ride. We went to California. It was hot as molasses outside trying to make some syrup. Baby, have y'all been outside on asphalt on a hot day? Yeah, that concrete hot. You know that smoke? Baby, one ride. I just need to go to the car. I just need to just my head is hurting. I said, now why would you choose that ride? I said, we ain't gonna be here long. They was all geeked up. It was hot. When I tell you it was so hot that day, I went right to the kiddie land. I'm going over here. They had all the shade for the kids and water. I'm going over there with the kids and the babies. They came back, text messages, where you at? We ready. Well, we been here 30 minutes. Baby, they got on this one ride and was sick. I said, now why would you get on that ride? It looked fun. They was throwing up, had motion sickness. They couldn't eat. Yeah, the next trip was Walgreens. I had to get some stomach medicine. Yeah, they sick. Guess what? I was smiling because I told them, I'm going to pay for you to get there and your room and board. You got the rest. I wasted my $100. Oh, told you not to do it. This is a real story. So you children, no, y'all need to learn to listen. We don't just be talking because we don't feel like going. Sometimes we do. I don't want to go. It's to the point now, I ain't finna sugarcoat it. I don't want to go. Just please go. I don't want to be there. Okay? But bow down thy neck. Bow down his neck while he is young. That's why they be on y'all bumper. And beat him on the sides while he is a child. Y'all get to a certain, I'm too big to be getting a whooping. Well, figure it out. So, okay, you don't want me to beat you on the sides. Okay, now I'm finna do something else. Oh, yeah, because my friend got a party. Yep, you ain't going. You ain't going. My cousin having a sleepover. Nope, you ain't going. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And then all the things that you've been corrected about all week come back. Well, I'll wash the dishes and I'll do this and I'll do that. Well, guess what? That ain't going to soften the blow because you should have been doing it anyway. That's why they don't let up. And y'all be mad, don't y'all? Yeah, look at me. Mia be like, yo, I ain't gonna even fake it. I'd be mad. Well, Mia, this is the reason why. Fix it up. And guess what? You gonna make social media. Shoot. Be like, this is my baby. I be cracking up. I be laughing with tears and loving because they go from when y'all was cuddly babies. And that's why I be like, the children don't have social media, ladies, so they don't see the love that y'all sent. They're posting pictures when you was little and all the way up, and this my baby, and she got a certificate here and here and here. Dana, I hope you still there, because, yeah, when you get beside yourself, oh, no. Like, what we glorying in? You had a hand.
I want to add in, don't forget how they play victim.
Oh, yeah.
Like they didn't do nothing. They don't know how they got there.
Yeah.
And tell everybody else the side of the story they want them to hear.
That's we had to flip that on the other end when I use the parents. When the parents don't come through like you want them to, you know that feeling that you get? Yeah, parents get that too. They understand it. But see, here's the thing. Those disappointments and those letdowns that those parents have took you through, you don't let that go. And you want credit, but you don't give credit for the stuff that the parents straight do for you. You don't even have a job, but you got on all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Rub your lips together. You know that greasiness you feel? Parents bought it. Parents bought that. They bought that. I don't care if it was 89 cents, 99 cents, $1. Them parents bought that. Hold your 10 fingers up. Parents did that. They did that. Turn around, look at them. Cute, ain't they? Got that French tip. You walked out the door when they went to the cash register, and the lady was like, 85? Like $85 for what? 110 when you want bedazzle. You be up there and like, I want that too on there. Your parents be like, let me look at my bank account because this girl want jewels and stuff. Baby, listen, let me tell you something. That child of mine, I know that baby spent a good $150 on some nails. Easy. Mama, can you get my nails done? Nope, ma'am. Messing with me, you only gonna get some dip, $35. I went to there. Stacy told me, cause how you know they don't do nails $35 no more. I was like, I know, I see. Like, what happened? A fill-in used to be $15. I went to get a fill-in. They told me $65. I said, baby, give me a whole set. What you mean? Take these off, start all over again. What we doing? Cause ain't no way. But y'all don't think about that, do you? I know. That is not a necessity. I'm gonna go to Sally's and get y'all some fingernail polish for $1.50. Polish them nails. Shoot, and you want to be mad because you can't go to girlfriend house. Girl, gone. My kitchen look a mess. What? Look a mess. What? I cleaned that kitchen up. You wash dishes and I had to go in there and caked on grease and chicken crumbs. And I know I told you to clean the kitchen. What you saying? You want to go where? No, ma'am. You can go in my kitchen. Go in my kitchen. There you go. Man. I'm with Freedom. She said, don't forget her. Stay done. Yep. Who did that? Mama. Your mama did your hair. She got your hair done. Well, Yep. Anybody else want to chime in? Oh, okay. So the plot thickens, but I get it. So through all fun and games, we do get it. But these are the things. Oh, let's keep going. Least he waxed stubborn. So the standing on your neck, they don't want that. They don't want you to be stubborn. They are already getting bits and pieces of your stubbornness. And they like, hold on now, wait a minute. Let me fix that. And they go run right to the same Bible that we're reading from today. And we like, let me fix it. So these are the things they're telling us to do to fix it. So we're doing that. And be disobedient unto thee. And y'all think that, oh, the Bible don't. Is about that's the way you look at it. Well, the Bible said if we don't do something, you're gonna be disobedient, and so bring sorrow to their heart. Parents, they love you, they don't want no sorrow. Verse 13: chastise thy son and daughter, and hold him to labor. Parents, if you walking around here cleaning this kitchen because they hooping and hollering and they purposely not cleaning it the way you want it to be done, and you just gonna kick in and chime in and do it, guess what? They're gonna be adults not doing it right. So guess what? I advise you to send their little behinds right on back in there, get it done. Or you want to cry about it, or you want to slam, break a dish. I guarantee you won't be at the next gathering. You ain't got to put your hands on them. Don't ask me, can you go with such and such a? And it be just at that, just when you said it. Let me tell y'all mad. Don't get in y'all feelings. I'm sorry, because God is really teaching because it was a question being asked. Or don't the Lord come back and test our stability. It never fails. Come right back around. Somebody is like, oh, we're taking the children to X, Y, and Z. You're like, let me tell you how much your parents love you. Because now they go in there and now they fighting mentally. Because now they thinking about all the stuff that you said you mean. They don't want to be mean. You're not a good mom. And so then they wrestling with, am I going to be a good mom because I don't let them go? And this, that, and the third. So now they wrestling with themselves and they like, man, well, they did clean up yesterday and the day before. And I'm going to clean up today. I promise. And you know what the parents say? All right, we'll see. Children be like, here's a chance. You know, call everybody. We coming. We coming. Parents come with an attitude. Come on. The next time it ain't gonna happen because kids don't want to hear none of that. All they did was got their way. Well, I'll tell you like this, Kasai was the bad bearer of bad news every time because we ain't going. I meant that. What we doing? Tell you what, you should have cleaned my house when I asked you to. Yep. You done missed plenty of that. Oh my goodness. I thought, yeah, you thought, but it didn't happen because you didn't listen. Now, that's a burden I got to carry for the rest of my life. My kids think I'm the worst parent on earth. What you say, Lord? I'm going to be good. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be good. You parents going to be good. Stand 10 toes down because you need to fix it. Why? Hold them to labor, lest a lewd behavior be an offense. You children, your behavior is lewd and it's offensive. And that's why they stand 10 toes down and they be like, no. So quit playing the victim game because you're not victim. Okay, Dana, but I'm just saying, you already know. Dana said if her mama say no to her nails, she coming for me. I'm sorry, Dana. Like, goodness. It's going to be a real reason, though. You got to figure out that reason.
So verse 13 is just basically saying to hold your children accountable to the things that they are.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The Lord holds you accountable, don't he?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you choose to do the wrong thing, watch out now. That's all I can say. But this is why you guys have to labor. Because it's not that the parents are making you their personal slaves. They're not. That's not the purpose.
And it's so crazy to me when it comes to stuff like that because I'm like, eventually you're going to do this when you're older. I'm like, you're never going to stop.
My house ain't gonna be like this.
I'm like, if it's like it now, it's going to be like this.
But I didn't do that. I didn't put that there. And I didn't put this here. And I didn't do that's them. Okay. Well, guess what? Yeah, it was everybody. They put it on the little kids. And it be the little kids too. But the parents be trying to teach you not an evil lesson, but they're training you to get to a point to where when you have your own space, you're gonna know what to do. My children been, no lie, my children been cleaning. That little boy of mine been cleaning. He been washing dishes since he was 4. That young girl of mine been washing clothes since she's been 8. But at the moment, that was that spark they wanted to do it. Now, as adults, they be looking for me to do stuff. You know, but like, no, you do it. Oh, this is just too much work. I'm like, nah, I'm good. It's too much for you. It's too much for me. I can't do that for you either.
I'm getting old.
Shoot, I don't even say that. I just flat out say I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I do stuff when I want to. I have grown children. And so for you ladies that still got these growing children, they telling you so that you can grow up to be women and know how to fend for yourself. When they dead and gone, they like, okay, she knew what to do. He knew what to do. They got it. Quit thinking we don't need. That's why parents be already telling you if I can do this with my eyes closed. It's a method behind them getting you to do stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Children go in the house. They didn't know parents been gone. How long y'all been gone from the house? Working parents every day, dang near 7 days a week, at least 8 hours. At least we ain't gonna even put in that overtime. At least 8 hours, and in 8 hours, parents, you got some parents be like, I cook and I clean up. When I go to bed, parents do mental checks. Be like, boom, okay, my bathroom good, check. Okay, the kitchen look good, check. Bedroom, okay, my bedroom. Yeah, make sure y'all clean y'all room tomorrow. That's a break. Let's count the breaks. Okay? They ain't got on your bumper. It's late at night. She tired, you tired, we all tired. We just gonna go to bed. Make sure you get your bedroom tomorrow. Okay. Cause you still in your moment of playing. You playing a video game, talking on the phone, texting Dana. It don't matter who it is. Parents get up, get themselves together. You still sleep. They in they mentals like, Lord, get me through this day because I don't want to go to work. But thank you for the job. They go to work, be gone 8 hours. When they lock that door, they look back. Okay, your breakfast is in the cabinet and get this. They come back, cereal on the floor, clothes from the bedroom all the way to the front room, shoes. The front door half cracked. Somebody got a window open. My air on 59 and it's hot in here. Go to the bathroom. I got towels and clothes in the bathroom, lipstick, chapstick, all on the sink, toothbrush, toothpaste, spit marks on the mirror. Mama, can we go to the store? You done sent them into overload, but you want them to think about your goodness. Come on now. You just sent me I left slavery to come back home into slavery. You ain't gave me no relief, and you got the audacity to stump away mad because we can't go to the mall. You ain't got no money. Let alone gas is $5 and some change now. You ain't putting no petrol in there. And I already know I'm sitting on a half a tank. No, I'm sitting on a quarter of a tank. And it's hot outside. And I gotta come and cook, and my house look like this, and you want to go spend more money. Now, I'm gonna ask a question. I want a realistic answer. What answer are you looking for, Mia? Can we go? What answer you looking for?
Yes.
What answer you looking for? Yeah, you want that yes answer, right? Danny, you want that yes answer. Boom. But you don't get that yes answer. Okay? Now you mad. So now, Dana's question is, how come we can't just get corrected and edified? Well, you should be corrected and edified. And ladies, if you're not correcting and edifying, start. Because it's hurting their feelings. They know that they did wrong. They know that they messed up your house. But realistically, or we just been like, babe, go in there and clean up my kitchen. Come here, Bookie. Come and pick those Cheerios up off the floor. No, realistically, do we get it? Can somebody beep and uncensor me real quick? Get your right now, cause you're about to be damned. Like why? Why we doing this? Cause that's what they get, and that's the part that they don't want. Guess what? The part that we don't want is the nonchalant, like, okay, I mean, it's just cereal on the floor. Like, what? Cereal don't just go on the floor. Is you cool? You don't have a laundry basket? Parents looking like, I know, I bought laundry baskets, 4 of them. Why is clothes in the floor? Parents, stop buying them laundry baskets. Sure. Keep your money. They want them on the floor anyway. My pet peeve is clothes mixed with dirty clothes. Who doing that? Didn't we just watch that? I watched that. I ain't know, girl. And now your behavior is an offense. And that's why. So yes, both parties have something to work on. And in the moment of that, ladies, let's be sober. Cause Satan jumps in on us. Right. Like, come on, we ain't doing that. It's a both party. Quit playing victim, children. What is a victim? What's a victim, Mia? What's a victim, Dallas?
Somebody who was
Come on. You on the right you on the right track?
I'm trying to explain without using all of it.
Oh, okay. I get it. I understand it. Think about it. You ready? Mia?
A victim is someone who
Come on, help them out. Spokesman, spokeswoman, help them out. They don't know what it is. Come on,
A
speak,
victim-
help them.
A victim is somebody who is done wrong.
Okay, a victim. Okay. Well, come on, Dana. What's a victim? Anybody else help them out?
They feel like they've been done wrong.
Ah, there you go. A victim is someone that feels like they've been done wrong. Axel.
They're innocent or not at fault.
Innocent, a person that has failed to a circumstance with no fault. They have failed to, they received something bad for no apparent reason. Children, stop playing victim.
Go to your turn.
Because these parents are on the same path you on, trying to be right. Let's get Luke 6. Luke chapter 6. And so we're gonna lose Ecclesiasticus. Luke 6. You know, we came for something else, and the Lord took it to a different level, all with that answer. Okay. Luke 6 and verse 41. It says, and why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye? What is a mote? Do you children know what a mote is? Do you know what a mote is? Okay. A mote, it says a mote, M-O-T-E, is a tiny particle or speck like dust in your eye. So you know how stuff fly in your eye? And you know how it have you blinking, rubbing. You can't just be, you got to get it out, right? It says, why do you hold on to the mote that is in thy brother's eye, the little small thing, but perceive it not the beam? You know what a beam is, right? The big old piece of wood that is in thy own eye. You hold on to the small faults that your parents have, but you don't realize the big beam of offenses that you give off. All the stuff that I humorously brought out and talked about and we laughed about, all of those things, that's offensive. That's a beam. You want your parents to forget about this big old beam, but you hold on to the smallest thing, the smallest point of rejection, or the smallest point of I can't, or I won't, or you're not going to get this. And that crushes your world to the point to where you're ready to throw away everything in life. That is insane. That is the spirit of Satan that's trying to take you out. Stop doing that, because we have to hold the line of righteousness. And the Lord is going to give you the things when He see need and fit. But until then, your parents got a job to do. And that job is to teach you and to show you and lead and guide you. And so all of that came from Titus 2. So lose that.
I want to say something.
Uh-huh.
And this is more so like a statement. Sometimes, like, I know dating question, it comes off sometimes that children or teenagers, no matter what the age, don't really consider how important parents take their roles, us as mothers, especially understanding what I think it's First Timothy 2 talk about when it comes to childbearing, understanding that our job solely is to upbring our children in the Word of God and making sure we're teaching them the correct way. Like, a lot of our salvation lies heavily on that. And when we get a hard time, or, you know, like you say, pushback from our children and they don't really understand, I feel like it comes off like, I know they don't know how severe it is, but it kind of be inconsiderate. Like, it's a lot of women out here who could just not care and just let you do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Fall into whatever you want to, you know, go get a boyfriend, go to the club, go do all these things that you want to do so bad, not realizing that, one, we're risking our own salvation by letting you do so. And then two, we're destroying you at the same time by giving you over to your lust that you want to do so bad. And it comes off as inconsiderate sometimes to me. Like, not inconsiderate, but it's like, I feel like sometimes children don't consider our job of why we do this. I don't hope I'm saying this right.
Yeah, I get it. So she's like, that's the point. She's like, she's asking the point, like, if a 16-year-old and a 36-year-old, they do the exact same thing, why is the 36-year-old punishment or correction different from the 16-year-old? And it's not different. At a certain point, it's like you have a chance, you have an opportunity to change, you have somebody there to show you. It's not different. It's just the judgment can still stand for a 16-year-old because they have someone there to help them. And so the Lord is like, listen, get on them, or I'm gonna do it. And so parents be like, okay, well, I don't want my child to get dealt with from the Lord. Absolutely. Versus somebody that's grown, you don't know the mind state of a 36-year-old. At some point in their life, they are reverting back to teenagers, wishing that they had somebody to correct them and show them and teach them that harshness that children get. And so you think that they are, they getting away with it. No, they are putting their life in the hands of the Most High. And so parents, as children, we're trying to kind of block the harsh fall that's going to come from the Most High. Now, we can definitely be like, oh, okay, that's on you. But that is a burden that a parent is going to carry. And no parent wants to carry the burden of the Most High straight putting a child into some type of fire. Nobody. And you probably won't understand that. And I'm not going to say you don't understand until the circumstance is different. It's just the age difference is like, let's give the children you have a chance. And again, they don't have to add the harshness. And again, I'm telling parents, change it because they may they may respond differently without your disappointment coupled with the discipline. Teach them. That's why the scriptures do say teach. I'm an advocate for children, and I definitely say teach and talk to them. I am a person that when my children were young, and I used to get feedback from parents and be like, oh shoot, because I wasn't that parent to just stop children from talking. Let you talk. I want to know what's in your mind. Go ahead and speak yourself. Speak what you gotta say, but at the same time, speak it in a different tone now, because don't start yelling at me. But I did. I let my children express themselves, express how they felt about the moment, about how they feel. Parents, if you are not letting your children express themselves on how they feel, then you're never going to know what their mind is holding. Let them get it out. Let them tell you. Let them tell you and show you how it feels. At the same time, guess what? Let me use the scriptures to correct it. So don't be mad at the correction that comes across. So, but at the same time, Dana, you can't get upset at how they choose to correct the situation. Get what you need to get out of it. You can't hold your parents accountable, or you can't hold adults accountable for the correction of something that you chose to do. You can only get the message that, okay, this was wrong. Now the personals, if the personals hurt your feelings, that's a conversation to come back to and say, hey, I was a little, you hurt my feelings when you said this, and let them deal with it. But if you never go back and say, hey, you hurt my feelings when you said this, make it about what that person said and not the fact that they had to correct you. That's a difference. Don't take the correction away, because the correction still stands. Now, if it's a personal point, I ain't like when you said that. I ain't like when you said take my little aspirin on. That's a conversation piece. Like, I didn't like that. Okay, I apologize for telling you to take your little aspirin on. I'll fix that. But do you understand the point that I'm trying to make here? Yeah, I get it. I was wrong. That's a conversation piece. So I hope that kind of helps too. Um, so yeah, I understand, what you're saying too. With the, Hadaya. So where we at? What I say go to? Mm,
That's the title.
right. We started in Ecclesiasticus 37:14, where it says, "For a man's mind is sometimes want to tell him more than seven watchmen." It's your mind, and that kind of goes with this, because your mind will have you focusing on what the person is saying that's offensive to you versus what you did wrong, and taking accountability for your actions on what you did and what you said. So, um, again, the more you grow, the more that you learn, the more that you apply, the more the spirit of the Most High, the more that you hang on and pray and ask the Lord to help you and show you, the more you'll begin to understand the reasoning behind why your parents did the things that they did and why they said what they said. Not to say, okay, again, you'll find little faults in there when they told you, that's a conversation. Like, man, you ain't even have to go that far. I find myself looking at mine when they correct young ones, and I'll be like, oh, but I was the witch. Oh, okay. You was mad. Oh, okay. But you doing the same thing. I said, oh, that don't make me feel no type of way. I stand up proud and be like, oh, you learned. Okay, got it. Good. Yeah, yeah. It'll come full circle, ladies. Just stick in there, just hang in there. And sometimes it's gonna take the Lord to spank their butts too. Yeah. I do pray that the Lord have mercy on the children. But there be times where I be like, Lord, tag you with your turn. I'm gonna go on over here and sit down because they ain't listening to me. I did what I did. And so when stuff happen and you come back, this hurt. I be like, oh, Lord, give me the spirit. How I fix it? Patch it up. Okay, come on, let me get you a band-aid. See, and I try not to say, see, I told you. I'd be like, okay, what happened? Oh, dang, all right. Well, come on. Let's fix this up. The Lord said that He do get people. Bring them right on back around because you shouldn't have did what you did. But I ain't gonna say I told you so. I'm gonna let you tell it to yourself. I know what you finna say. What? You gonna say I told you so. I ain't gonna finna say none of that. And my mind will be like, oh, you got it. You got it, dude. Uh-huh. They get it. They understand. The same way that the Spirit of the Most High talk to us in our brain, ladies, remember the Spirit of the Most High talk to these children. They do. It's just hard because they don't open up to us. But the Most High know their thoughts. So thank you, Michaela, for being an advocate. So that means you got to stand 10 toes down and bring it up and make sure you teaching and make sure you showing and make sure you're explaining it without being biased. Taking side of parents and side of that. And sometimes that's the thing, ladies, and then after that, we'll let it go because we're definitely over. However, when you are listening to stories and someone is coming to you and they all bent out of shape and they just do not know what to do, you cannot speak on a situation on the behalf of the absent person. You have to pull from what they give and correct them on what they did. Send them back to the individual, whether it's the parent or their siblings or friend, and tell them to deal with it. And if they can't solve that situation, then they have to bring Matthew 18. But then you have to let that person know that you're going to come back to me or you're going to come to me and deal with it, and they must be present. That's Matthew 18. We have to deal with the law. And bringing up the person, and she said this and this and this. Hold on, this person is not here to talk about themselves, and they're not here to defend themselves. So let's talk about what you did and what you said. And you said this, and you said that, and this, that, and the other. Well, you was wrong. But if you have a situation where they cannot deal with the situation without the person disclosing what the other person did or said, then you need to bring that other person in. You got to stop that conversation and say, okay, well, you need to go deal with that person the best of your ability. If it don't go nowhere, then bring me in, and I can help you. But I can't help you until you deal with your people. So, and that goes for parents. It takes a village, it definitely does. And even though children rely on villages, it doesn't change the law. Because I have children come to me about their parents, and I'll be like, hold on now, wait a minute, what they do? What did you do? You okay, well, let's deal with it. Deal with you in this and this. You did this and you did that. So, any questions before we get out of here? Any precepts anybody want to bring?
I had put one in the chat, Proverbs 6:23.
Proverbs who?
6:23.
Let me see. Okay, I didn't see that. Proverbs chapter 6 and 23. Go ahead. It says, "For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instructions are the way of life." Absolutely. The commandment is a lamp. It's there to give you light. It's there as a candlestick to hold the law. The law is the light. Without light, you can't see. It says, and reproofs of instructions. You always, so listen, children. I know that you can't wait till you become an adult. I was like that too. However, if you cannot accept instruction, reproofs of instruction and correction as a child, you're going to have it hard as an adult. Because I don't know not one adult that's not going through some type of correction instruction. Whether you at a job or school or wherever, you still are going to be instructed. Even here as an adult, being in this truth, we still are being instructed. So just because you're an adult, don't mean that instructions stop. So, anybody else? So all praises to the Most High through Yahweh Shai for allowing us to come. I know that I have a lot of sisters that come on and we, talk about sisters and talk about households and we talk more, but I'm learning that we cannot leave the children behind because sometimes they may not understand adult conversations. They may not understand adult lessons. They may understand a little here and there. However, we can't leave them out. And so I thank you all for still sticking around and hearing. Share the class, send it to somebody that have children that are struggling because these teenagers, these young adults, they definitely need us. They definitely need our help. And, nowadays is the children are getting younger and younger and younger. It is heartbreaking to go on social media to find out all these things that's happening. Just like the little 10-year-old baby. It's like, come on, man. Well, that's sad. They going through things in life that they are experiencing. However, we have children around us, so let's make it our business to help the children and see. Do go above and beyond your normal duties and measures to getting children to listen to you. But pray and ask for the strength to really have a breakthrough and help bring these children through. And not just the children, but the young adults. So we give our praises to the Most High through Yahweh Shai for allowing us to come and see. And everybody, I saw your post, your comment, Jazz. All praises, and yes, she's expecting a new bundle of joy. Enjoy them while they're little, because definitely everybody have their moments. And like I said, I love them when they're little. My challenge come. So I love them as individuals, but they do have their own mind. So all praises to the Most High through Yahweh. Ladies, make sure you come back with the other Shem wine for the Sabbath service. We're definitely over our time, but I guess it was definitely needed. So all praises to the Most High. Thank you, Dana, for your question. I hope that it was edifying. I hope that she said she's not ready. It's okay. She gonna come when the Lord said it's time. So something you need to get ready for, Jazz. That's why she ain't here yet. That's the thing. The Most High, the womb gonna bring forth when it's ready. It's not ready. It's not the time yet. So doctors can say what they want, but the Lord has the last say so. So again, send it to somebody that have children that may need this situation. So again, ladies, make sure you come back. Until then, until next time, all praise to the Most High through Yahushua. We'll say Shalom.
Shalom.
You're welcome.
Conference recording stopped.
Now, you sisters, y'all make sure y'all step up y'all game. I'm already being sought for on the low by the babies. They gonna be coming for me. Shalom, sis. Thank you, Ina. All praises. Yes, you're definitely welcome. I just, hoping and praying that everybody can get what they get out of it. So, yes, ma'am. All right. Hi, Bella Mama. Bella Mama in the house, y'all. All right. I'm gonna let y'all go. Until next time, Shalom. Shalom. Hi, Bella. Hi, girl. How you doing? Welcome back. She was gone. Yeah.